Hi, my name is Michael Ruhlman. I'm quarantining with 4 other people in Providence, Rhode Island, and together we decided to make an Indian feast. The menu is chicken tikka masala, a red dal, papadums, roasted cauliflower, basmati rice. Here we go. Coordinating all these dishes is important, but we could do the dal and the tikka masala at the same time. First, we focused on the tikka masala. Now, this is a recipe for 6 to 8 people. First, we're going to make the marinade. Here we have 2 tablespoons of each of these ingredients: minced ginger, ground cumin, ground coriander, minced garlic, turmeric, and the Indian seasoning garam masala. Then you add 2 cups of yogurt. You mix all these seasonings together. We put half of the seasonings in, reserving the remaining seasonings for the sauce. And whisk. Then it's ready for the chicken. We used about 6 chicken breasts, but they were huge, 3 pounds in all. Then you simply combine the marinade with the chicken, put it in a plastic bag, and marinate it for at least 6 hours, but it could go for 1 or even 2 days. Turn your broiler to high and cook your chicken. One of the things that we love about this recipe is that it dry cooks in high heat and gets some browning and coloring on the chicken itself and the marinade, which is still coating the chicken. After broiling, we cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces, and don't worry if it's raw. It can be raw. It's going to be cooked again in the tikka masala sauce. Which I will now show you how to make. So we've got about a medium onion, thinly sliced. We've got ghee. You can use butter. You can use oil, about 1/3 of a cup. We've got tomato paste. We've got whole peeled tomatoes. And we have the other half of our marinade seasoning mixture. Some dried red chilies. Again, you can use chili flakes. And we have 6 crushed cardamom pods. So you coat the pan with a generous amount of ghee. Then I add the onions, cook them. Then we add the spices. You want to add the dry ingredients first, get the spices really blooming. We're going to add the tomato paste, cook the tomato paste. It's called pâté in French. And then we're going to add the remaining marinade seasonings to our pan. We're going to cook that so it's getting very hot. Only then will we add our liquid ingredients. Then we add the juice from a can of tomatoes, whole tomatoes, and we squeeze the rest. This is part of the fun part of cooking, squeezing your food. And then we use about 2 cups of cream. You're now about to witness my favorite Indian technique. It's called tempering. It's when all the flavors douse the dal, the lentils, the beans, whatever you're cooking. It's a great technique. I use it all the time. To make the dal, we put some ghee, or you can use butter, into a pan and put the aromatic seasonings in and toasted them. Next, I add a medium or small onion diced to that aromatic oil and cooked that. I toast the red lentils. That's what Simon Majumdar recommends in the recipe that I took from his site to develop this one. Put them in the pot and stirred them together with the onion and the seasonings and the fat. And then I added a 1.5 pints of water, but it turns out I needed a lot more water and cooked them. They cook in about 20 minutes. After the dal is cooked, I do my favorite part of the dal or bean technique, which is called tempering. I heat whole butter and get it brown and then add the seasonings. Here I added 2 tablespoons of garlic and 2 tablespoons of ginger and a 1/2 teaspoon of Indian chili powder. It's very spicy. And then I added 1 teaspoon each of cumin, coriander, and turmeric. I cook these spices in the butter until they're very, very hot and toasted and aromatic. I'm going to then add these to the cooked dal. It's an amazing technique. Again, it's called tempering. I finish with a squeeze of lemon. Here, all these seasonings go right into the cooked dal, which is hot, and they're blooming within this luscious dal. And then I still got all these lovely seasonings on my pan, so I'm going to pour a little dal back in the pan just so I can get all the seasonings out. And then your dal is done. Taste for seasoning, check for salt, add more if you need it. Simon recommends cooking a lemon in your dal. I think that's a great idea. We're also doing roasted cauliflower with one of my favorite Indian seasoning spices. It's called black cumin. Ask for it as black cumin at your Indian spice store. They'll know what you mean. It's delicious. It adds great depth of flavor and smokiness to cauliflower, green beans, any kind of curry. I love this spice. In the meantime, we cooked our cauliflower hot, 425, 450, with some butter in it that browns. We add the seasoning, the black cumin. Just cook it until it's golden brown and tender all the way through. We're also doing basmati rice. I usually figure on at least a quarter cup per person, and I add a little extra for leftovers. I wash the rice. I don't even measure the water. I just fill it up till it's about an inch over the rice. I put it on high and cook the rice until I see fish eyes, till the water is at the level of the rice. Then I turn it to warm, cover the pot, and the rice is perfectly cooked in 10 minutes. And one of my favorite things to actually do is make the papadums. Watching them is great. You fill a pan with oil, you slip the papadums into the oil, they puff up. They're a great crispy treat. You can do this at any time during the day. They'll stay crispy for hours. They're delicious. And we finish the meal, of course, with one of the great herbs there is, cilantro. It is a magical herb. I'm so sorry that many people feel that it tastes like soap. That's genetic. Jean-Georges thinks it tastes like soap. He's a poor guy. It adds an ineffable freshness and pizzazz, zing to just about any Indian dish. This whole meal really came together in a couple of hours with 4 sets of hands. Sam and I did this all easily. It's delicious. I love the tikka masala. The dal was powerfully flavored, the crunchy papadums. It was a fabulous meal, well worth the time, and so wonderful to share it with family.